Perfectionism is a problem when you start learning a language. Even later on, when you're at an intermediate level, it's a problem, but especially in the beginning. Eventually, you should aim to sound like a native speaker and make the least amount of mistakes possible, but you shouldn't obsess over things that don't really matter that much in the beginning. As I always say, the question: what are the two most important things in the beginning? Learning lots of words, and then learning the pronunciation by learning lots of sentences with audio so that you can both say them and understand them. You need both, yeah? You need lots of listening and repeating practice. And together with that, or even before that, you need lots of vocabulary. You need both. What you don't need is this kind of thing. There's a comment here, and I'm sure they don't mean they mean well, but people obsess over these things, and you shouldn't really care about pitch accents or things like that in the beginning. There was one guy commenting about having to learn the pitch accent. Yeah, okay, but is it day five of your language of your Japanese learning journey? Is it that important to learn the pitch accent? No. And Pedro Machado here says, post in the beginning to say this. They don't say watashi no namae wa whatever this, but simply whatever, something something this. Probably you got that sentence by translating from English to Japanese. That's correct. You should get your sentences directly from Japanese. By the way, you would get a similar problem in Portuguese with this sentence. Yeah, I know. And in Spanish, I do speak Portuguese and Spanish, and you don't say yo or well. You don't need it because the conjugation tells you you don't need to constantly be I do this, I that, or you this, you that, because the conjugation tells you what person you're talking about. I know that. I know that's the case. Um, it's the same thing in my native language as well. I know that exists in many languages. I'm well aware of that, but I still don't know how grammar works in Japanese. And so, in the beginning, it makes sense to learn thousands of sentences. And then, if month two, I see that, oh, actually, they don't say the I do this, I. They just, the conjugation is enough. But I still don't know the conjugations, you know? Um, Learning a lot in the beginning, a lot of content, lots of sentences, even if some of them are not exactly how a native speaker would say them, and learning lots of vocab is much more important than obsessing over you have to say it this way or this tone and the pitch accent. All those things, once you understand and you can listen to native speakers and understand, all those things you'll learn naturally. Oh, they say it this way. Oh, they say that. Oh, they don't actually say that thing that I learned. And you will learn to, you just fix all of that. Yeah. And yes, using Japanese sentences directly works, but if I've got my own sentences um, that I want to be able to say, it's better to be able to speak weird at first, but be able to say all those things, and then eventually learn to say it more like how a native speaker would say it, instead of just uh, learning really, really slowly because I want to make sure that everything I learn is exactly the same the way a native speaker would say it. That would slow me down immensely, and I don't want that. I want to learn fast and then learn a lot very quickly and then correct the mistakes. Yeah, you absorb a lot of information first, lots of vocabulary. You learn the pronunciation. You listen and repeat thousands of sentences. You learn to say a lot of stuff, and then you polish your knowledge. You don't do it the other way around because it's going to be extremely slow. Avoid that. That's one of the reasons why you are failing at language learning, because, or at least you're doing it extremely slowly, because you're focusing way too much on things that don't matter much until you're at a high level, right?